para recebermos com uma salva de palmas o senhor Alex Ehrenhaus, presidente da RTRS e coordenador de sustentabilidade do Grupo Grobo, para a abertura oficial deste evento.
So, welcome. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very thrilled and excited. So, I just wanted to go over some slides and just leave some ideas for you to think through the rest of the RT and the General Assembly. So we'll briefly go through what is happening at how is the RTRS doing, what is currently happening, some updates, and then some concept notes, one on leadership and innovation, and then some closing remarks. So this is a very, very positive and very impactful graph. We can see here that both the certified surface and the certified volume of RTRS soy has been increasing through this year and through these years, and we're expecting a growth of around 30% for 2014. And has also been a very significant increase in trade, in trade and the number of certified producers. As you can see here in this graph, here you can see the total producer sales of credits in the red line, and the blue line, the total amount of credits traded. And the number of producers that has also been increasing during the years. And we currently have over 17,000 producers certified in the world. And some very positive updates of what has been happening in the RTRS. We had the first fields of certified soy in the US. We've begun the Canadian national interpretations of the standard. We have set up a very interesting working group, which is payment for environmental services here in Brazil. We've also approved the national interpretations in China. We've launched a very interesting product for credit users that will be able to use the logo of RTRS on packages. We also had the first Indian soy processing company that has joined the RTRS, VP Industrial Limited. Ruchi Soya Industries in India also acquired 10,000 credits of RTRS. Mark & Spencer's has also purchased credits, the highest in the retail sector. Arla has committed to 100% RTRS soy. Tesco, from the retailer constituency, has also joined the RTRS, which has also allowed us presence in all the UK retail sector. China, we also had a very interesting certification in China. HK Scan joins RTRS and commits to 100% RTRS soy by 2018. The banking industry also recognizes RTRS as a tool to achieve zero deforestation. Representatives from the entire Swedish food chain have also committed to 100% responsible soy by 2015. And HSBC joins the RTRS. And finally, we will further explain by the retail representative a very interesting and supportive and positive statement from the retail sector that are really going to support very significantly the RTRS, but I'll leave it up to Belinda to explain us a little bit further about this. So just wanted to go briefly some couple of ideas for the next days. So we had a meeting from the EB in Holland, and the exercise was to pinpoint in our opinion, where do we think RTRS's stage of development is currently? We have two axes, one that has to do with the development of the RTRS, positive or negative, and time. So I wanted to just leave you a couple of seconds for you to think, where would you pinpoint the stage of development of the RTRS? And then we'll see what the board came up with. And basically this is the answer. There's no specific answer as to what the board thinks where the stage of development is for RTRS. And the reasons are very diverse. It has to do with that we're having impact. Some consider that we're having impact on the ground. Some that we really haven't picked off in terms of trading credits or the volume of certified soy. Others that we've consolidated the integrity, the credibility, and the transparency of the standard, etc. So we see divergence. But how does this story end? How did the board end after this working group? And I'll also leave you a couple of seconds to imagine what the outcome could have been. And it's not an angry mob, trying to pull down the RTRS. It's a group hug. But we see here convergence, okay? And this has to do that the board agrees on the ethical purpose of the association, of the organization, its mission and vision. So, leadership, what can we do? We need to trust the developments that we've created. We need to trust our fellow members. We need to support the RTRS permanently. We need to spread the benefits. We need to continuously express our commitment to the RTRS. We need to signal. We need to give positive signals by helping build momentum. Leaders build momentum. And basically, leaders also inspire. They inspire others by exceeding their expectations. And we think that with these variables, we look to increase demand, offer, and we hope to increase positive impact on the ground. And now innovation. This is more sort of a technical slide, has to do with what are the categories of innovations. We have progressive innovations, which do not have such a big impact, but are more abundant, are more easily captured as opportunities, radical innovations, technological shifts, for example, biotechnology, and a paradigm shift. I think that roundtables as a technology could be considered as a paradigm shift or a technological shift. So this is more or less to check what do we want to achieve and how far are we willing to take it. And for example, we have a very interesting example of how we take a certain obstacle, a certain challenge, and we try to turn it into a shared value, an opportunity for all the members. So here we have a theoretical bar graphs having to do with cost of implementing the standard. So in the green column, you have the implementation cost. In the orange column, you have the audit cost. And then you have in the yellow bar, the fee, which is charged by the RTRS. But this is only for the first year. So the implementation is also only for the first year. But then you have, in the second year, you have to pay for the audit, and you have to pay the fee for the RTRS, and so on for the third, the fourth, and the fifth. So what did we come up as a solution in the board? We can officially say that we've approved to change from certified to sold quantities in the fee model for RTRS. And this has a very, very big impact for producers, and we think this is an obstacle that we are diminishing. We've also created a new secretariat structure, which is focused more on increasing demand. We have new IT developments designed to increase traceability and transparency, development of a new communication approach, and launch of credit logo. I already mentioned this, for package labeling. So, what are our expectations for these couple of days? First of all, that you feel proud as members and as participants and feel inspired, and that you're able to really consider the achievements that we've been able to achieve, basically. We also want to increase participation through, we're going to put in place different activities. So we want you to really be part of coming up with solutions, coming up with innovations, and also be aware that RTRS is not the secretariat. RTRS is we together in this room. So basically, our main mission is that we all become change agents. And also have fun, engage, feedback, network and learn, and share with your fellow colleagues. And the breakout sessions, we are going to work with 2 strategic objectives, which have been determined by the board. And we're going to focus on the 2 drivers, which I already talked about, leadership and innovation. So I want you to think these couple of days of how we can contribute to increase demand. And we have 4 sub-objectives that have to do with reduce certification barriers, reduce costs among the chain, etc. And also increase brand positioning for the RTRS, improve communications, increase the positioning of our label. But most importantly of all, what are the issues that we must keep in mind when we think about the RTRS? What brought us here in the first place, and what are RTRS's strong traits? First, it's the most socially validated standard and scheme and roundtable. It's a space which is in perpetual motion and which opens up a possibility for the members to participate and bring their feedback. We create shared value all the time. We have a very high level of transparency. We have a very credible standard, which contains a lot of integrity. We have thoroughness. We've really been there out to explore to what boundaries are we really challenged to move forward with sustainability issues within soy. And finally, it is an organization that has a very profound ethical purpose. So RTRS to me is a very powerful symbol of global collaboration and an effective, credible, and verifiable tool to positively transform the environment. So with these words, I thank you, and I officially open up the RT9. Thank you.